During our 14-month journey through over 100 European cities, Athens' ancient sites were bucket list places we had been looking forward to from day one. And though we had an incredible time, we definitely arrange our itinerary a bit differently next time.
In this video, we'll give you an overview of the Acropolis, ancient Agora, and Acropolis Museum, walk you through how to get tickets for each, share how we recommend visiting all three, and cover everything you need to know before you go.
Let's start with the most popular spot, the Acropolis.
First things first, the Acropolis is not just the Parthenon. The Acropolis is the entire hill. The Parthenon is simply the most famous of several temples and monuments sitting on top of it.
One ticket gets you access to all the sites listed on screen, which I'm gonna make zero effort to try and pronounce correctly because I inevitably will not, and I have no desire to offend the Greeks today.
Historically, the Acropolis was purely a religious site. Daily life for regular Athenians was happening elsewhere, which we'll get to in a moment.
The Acropolis runs on a strict timed entry system with a daily cap of 20,000 visitors. Your ticket is valid up to 15 minutes before and after your scheduled time slot. We suggest arriving closer to the 15 minutes after, but more on that later.
We recommend buying tickets on the official site or through a reputable third party like Get Your Guide.
During peak season, tickets can sell out a week or more in advance, with the prime slots in the 8 a.m. hour going even sooner, so the earlier you book, the better shot at getting the time you actually want. As of summer 2026, general admission is a flat year-round fee of 30 euros. Children up to age 18 from non-EU countries and EU citizens up to age 25 enter for free, though that doesn't mean you just show up with your IDs. You still need to book a zero-cost ticket online and lock in a time slot. Same process as buying a regular ticket, just no charge.
Acropolis tickets have a zero refund policy no matter where you book them, which is generous of them.
Time slot changes are allowed, but that's about as flexible as it gets. So maybe solidify your itinerary a bit before booking.
Something exciting worth mentioning, the Parthenon is now free of all scaffolding for the first time in decades. We visited just before that scaffolding you're seeing in our videos came down, so what you will see is the most unobstructed view of the Parthenon that visitors have had in years. Don't take that for granted. If the Acropolis was the spiritual heart of ancient Athens, the Agora was the beating pulse of everyday life, and somehow far fewer people prioritize visiting.
The Agora was the main public square, complete with a huge market selling food, pottery, textiles, postcards, fridge magnets. Kidding, those last two came much later. But more importantly, it's where democracy was invented, and I mean specifically here.
The courts of justice were here, and the Bouleuterion, essentially the Parliament building, where the Council of 500 debated and passed laws.
Philosophy was also born here. Introspective lads debated in the long colonnaded structures called Stoa buildings, which, fun fact, is where the word stoicism comes from. And the earliest theater performances in all of human history happened here too. So yeah, casual little square.
Not a lot of the Agora has physically survived. The two main standing structures are the Temple of Hephaestus and the restored Stoa of Attilos. Everything else requires some imagination, which is exactly why having a guide is important here.
Agora tickets are currently 20 euros with the same zero and reduced fare options as the Acropolis. We recommend booking online ahead of time using the same official site or a reputable third party. And if you arrive to find a queue at the entrance, it's almost always just to buy paper tickets, so book online and you can skip all of that.
The Acropolis Museum sits just at the base of the Acropolis Hill and is one of the finest archaeology museums in the world. It houses thousands of ancient artifacts from the Acropolis and surrounding slopes, including original architectural elements that were once physically on the Parthenon.
It's an impressive, beautifully designed space and certainly worth a few hours of your time. Tickets are currently 20 euros and are separate from the Acropolis Hill tickets. A timed slot is technically required, but it's less rigidly enforced once you actually get there.
Buying online is still recommended, though the only way to get reduced and zero fare tickets is in person at the ticket desk.
An additional key difference is that children not from the EU are only free up to age 5 rather than age 18. Now for the part that matters most, how to see it all.
If your goal is to see the sights, snap some photos, and move on, fully self-guided works fine. You could arguably knock all three out in a single long day as two of them sit right next to each other. We'd still suggest spreading it across 2 days if you want to enjoy it instead of just survive it.
If you want to actually understand what you're looking at, the history, the context, the things you'd walk right past on your own, then a guided experience is the way to go. No single tour covers all 3 sites, because that combination would run probably 8+ hours, which even the most enthusiastic ancient history fans would struggle with. Every guided tour is either one of 2 combinations: Acropolis plus Museum or Acropolis plus Agora.
We did Acropolis plus Museum, but looking back, we'd actually recommend the Acropolis plus Agora, and here's why. The Acropolis needs a guide no matter what option you pick. There's minimal signage and the monuments mean very little without context. Our guide completely transformed our experience, highlighting things we would have walked right past.
The Agora, though, is where a guide really earns their paycheck. So little of it has survived that without someone pointing out where the Parliament building stood, where philosophers debated, where the market stretched, it's essentially just a very old field. We did the Agora on our own, and we kind of wish we hadn't. The Acropolis Museum, on the other hand, is the one site where going self-guided is totally fine.
It's a traditional museum with tons of signage and placards. You don't need someone walking you through it to get a lot out of it. So our recommendation, do the guided tour of the Acropolis and the Agora, then visit the museum on your own, ideally on a separate day.
We've linked a guided experience below that covers the Acropolis and Agora, runs about 4 or 5 hours, and includes entrance tickets. If you go with the Acropolis and Museum tour we did, which we've also linked below, make sure you select the option that includes entrance tickets. Some options only cover joining the tour group and do not cover admission, likely because some visitors, such as children under age 18 from non-EU countries, for example, qualify for free entry. So theoretically, you could just pay for kids to join the tour group and then get a 0 fare ticket on the official website separately for the same time slot. Just note that you have to get that 0 fare ticket for them, and it needs to match the exact time slot of your tour. If that time slot isn't available though, it's probably easier to just buy a regular ticket to keep the group together.
Beyond the history itself, here's what we genuinely loved about doing a guided experience. A fixed start and end time that made planning the rest of our day easy, a dedicated entry queue that bypassed the general line, context from our guide at every turn, and the flexibility of booking through Get Your Guide, including the ability to book, cancel, and change fairly last minute. Now, here's everything you need to know before you go.
Before we continue, this video is sponsored by Get Your Guide, the leading online gateway to more than 110,000 curated experiences in 150 countries. Even prior to partnering with Get Your Guide, we've been booking our own travel experiences through them since 2022. They've got everything from the well-known attractions, a lot of times with skip the line options, to off the beaten path, hidden gems in every place we've been so far. We've booked through both the website and mobile app, with both offering an effortless experience. We love having the ability to cancel up to 24 hours before, and a lot of times having the option to pay later, closer to the day of the experience. The Athens experiences we're sharing with you now can be booked via Get Your Guide using our unique links and discount code in the description. Booking through our links doesn't cost you anything and is a super easy way to help support us and our channel. Any and all support is greatly appreciated. Now let's get back to Athens.
Book early. Premium time slots sell out well in advance, especially in peak season, so plan ahead.
Visiting in spring or fall are the sweet spots for crowd levels and weather. Summer is absolutely doable. Just know you'll be sharing the sites with what feels like every other tourist on earth.
Regardless of the season, book the first time slot of the morning. The busiest window is generally between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., so avoid that if you can.
And here's the tip we promised earlier for self-guided visitors. Arrive 15 minutes after your scheduled time slot, not before. Most people rush the gate as early as possible, so if you hang back slightly, you're essentially spacing yourself half an hour behind the rest of the crowd for the same exact time slot.
Check whether anyone in your group qualifies for reduced or free entry.
We covered a few earlier, but it's worth double checking the full list for each site before you book. Just remember, free still requires a 0 fare ticket be booked in advance.
Avoid buying tickets at the on-site box offices. Lines can stretch up to a couple of hours, so save some of your trip time and book ahead.
Stick to legitimate ticket sources such as the official website and get your guide, and avoid street vendors at the site entrances.
The majority of the Acropolis is unshaded, so bring sun protection and water. Bring comfortable shoes with grip, as the marble staircases on the Acropolis are slippery when wet.
Finally, a bonus tip for you, check out Philippopos Hill.
It's free, just a short walk from the Acropolis, and offers arguably the best vantage point of the entire site you'll find anywhere in the city.
No ticket, no queue, just a hill and a view.
If you end up booking an Athens experience, please consider using our links below with our discount code.
It costs you nothing, but helps fund our travels so we can keep making videos like this one. Feel free to ask questions and check out some of our other travel guides over here for more planning inspiration.